the way we like, with some upcoming features that we're going to be discussing, which are really cool. So Feed Every Gorilla now is on BNB chain solely. We used to have split chain on Ethereum at the time that we spoke last. I believe we were on Ethereum and BNB chain, whereas now we're solely on BNB chain, which is has been a nice move for us because, as we're going to discuss, and as you posted on the banner for today's AMA, we're looking at doing some multi-chain expansion for our token launchpad. And so that'll be really interesting. And later we'll discuss how that is actually going to benefit the user, and as far as their staking rewards. So super excited to get into that discussion with you.
Wow, very nice. And isn't it just amazing? Because during this cycle, we also see a lot more meme tokens being launched, right? I actually heard we might have like over, well, I can say the number, a lot, millions of them, right? Millions of meme tokens being launched, but the majority of them just disappeared, vanished, just gone pretty fast. But you say that the FE token was actually being developed since back in probably 2021, if I remember correctly, right? That's been so many years, and growing from a meme coin, right? Very cute gorilla over here, and then to SmartDeFi launchpad, and also provide staking rewards to the holders, which is just amazing. I can't wait to learn more about it. And yeah, it's just like previously already mentioned that Video Girl has been building for so long, right? Do you mind to give us more detailed information regarding the SmartDeFi Launchpad? As you mentioned, right, it's on our title, so we must mention it very first. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to, reaffirm your point and to reiterate it, there's been so many projects and there are so many projects out there. And we saw a huge movement towards like Solana and such, where, they build on Rust and they don't have complex contract permission there. It just doesn't allow the scope. And so really what you're getting is a lot of hype tokens, and a lot of momentum in the beginning because people are looking for 1,000x because they hear this person made $1 million in this token, and this and that. And for every winner there is a loser. And so it's such a volatile environment. And so, not saying don't degen. I know all of us do it. We all degen into projects. But if you have to, not financial advice, but definitely diversify a bit and put stuff into places where it'll be there tomorrow. And I think that is really what has been one thing I've always known about FEG. And I go to sleep at night knowing that we'll always be there the next day. And we've survived exploit in the past. We've survived custody issues with third-party independent liquidity holders and lockers. And so we've really experienced it all and have really redefined pipelines as to how we do things and the processes in which we maintain a level of security, whether that be our liquidity behind Gnosis multi-signature wallets and such. And so we really maintain a level of processes and procedure where we focus on security first and the investor first. And so it's been interesting to learn these things. It has not always been the easiest of lessons in the space, but like any good thing, there's beauty in the journey, whether that be good or bad. And so we've really fine-tuned the way that we work and the way that we do things. And so, even just this morning, right before this AMA, I was on a call with a top-tier auditing firm looking to audit another piece of equipment that we're going to be bringing out to enhance the SmartDeFi ecosystem, which is really exciting. And so we're looking at, we've already brought out the SmartDeFi token launchpad. I think in March, it was actually in March that we hit the 1-year mark. And just, I think we've got a couple hundred products that have launched off that already. Some really serious ones that are doing, like XPX doing non-KYC credit card, just crypto credit cards. We've got a Noma token project that's doing really great things with the Kenyan government as far as real-world asset tokenization, as you can also do RWAs off of smartdefi.com. And we have, a Space Penguin project that does, philanthropic things. I think they're on their 6th or 7th charity now doing as such. And so the point of this being that we have an array of projects with multiple purposes, and they're doing different things and really pushing themselves. And we've been incubating these projects and helping to helping from initial development and tokenomics, building custom contracts for them to help them with their focal interests and what they're trying to do and their missions and such. And so for us, it's really been an amazing journey putting this project out and also seeing it thrive and seeing the projects and the teams behind them thrive. And what we're looking for is to keep doing this and to keep building and facilitate the adoption of Web3 from Web2 users in a safe and secure way, and also give them the guidance. I mean, I don't know any other project that has 24/7 customer service support in their Telegram chat all the time. And we have not only just for creators, but just investors. Hey, I need help build like creating a wallet. Hey, don't give out your seed phrase, but these are the steps. We also have it on our Git book at docs.feg.io, docs.feg.io. That'll get you to our Git book, and it has a bunch of steps in there, how to even purchase BNB, how to set up the wallet and everything. So, we do that. And then we have creator support for those that are looking to develop a project. And we have team members in there all the time. And so if you have questions or have issues, I mean, I can't tell you, maybe last week I did 5 or 6 calls with people who are looking to create projects on SmartDeFi, and they have an idea. They want to know how they can incorporate it into this, or how they should build it into that, what recommended tokenomics are, et cetera. And so, there's a lot of things that we do to help facilitate these projects. And as we talk a little bit more, you're going to hear
Like I know some other things that I will launch probably 1,000. And then just keep abandon the old one and then create a new one. Wow, that's compare the two different styles, right? I certainly respect the FEG community. And the following question I would like to ask is, of course, the creator tools and onboarding process. Things previously, you talk about SmartDeFi, right? Or actually, you also mentioned you had a meeting, right, with the Audi group. Do you mind to also tell us more about that? And is the platform SmartDeFi audited, and by whom, by which teams? And if you could give us more insight on that, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So SmartDeFi is actually twice audited, once by PEC Shield, and we did so over a 12-month period in 3 different intervals, as well as SourceHat, formerly Solidity Finance, a company we used previously on the first iteration of FEG token. So they had worked with us for over 4 years there, and those they did another 12-month independent audit that was in 3 sections as well. And so we had, if you launch a project from SmartDeFi, you're actually launching a twice audited token right off jump. With its audited staking, we had PEC Shield audit our staking platform as well. And so you're getting not only the token, but right off the bat, you're getting utility by integrating stake aspect and rewards protocol to your community through trading, which is really amazing. And part of the ease of use as far as our onboarding process goes is that we do have customer service support 24/7 for project creators. And a huge shout out to our team members who actually run the support channel and run the creator support and run the testing, because these guys are amazing, doing a phenomenal job. And we've seen just a tremendous amount of effort over 4 years. Like you said, many of these projects come, they launch a token, have a little bit of success, they dump the token, and then they wash, rinse, and repeat and do this over and over 1,000 times. Whereas, like I said previously, FEG, I know going to sleep, my investment and my, the project will be there in the morning. And, whether up or down in price, that there's consistency. We're steady growers, we're steady builders. We'll continuously be there and putting out a new product and improving the product that we've already have. And to circle back to what you were asking about, the auditing company that I spoke to this morning, So we have a couple of auditing companies that we've finalized NDA with, and another couple that we're looking at finalizing the NDA, so non-disclosure agreements to protect our intellectual property. But we're putting a new piece, new pre-sale aspect out for SmartDeFi, and that is going to be what's called a bonding curve pre-sale. And so currently we have a setup where we call it an LGE, a liquidity generator, where you can do your pre-sale and it pairs you to FEG. And so when you deploy, you have two liquidity pools, which is really cool actually, because you have a BNB pool as a native pool, and then you have your FEG token pair, and that pair allows you to be paired with 50 other projects that have deployed and paired to FEG tokens. It opens up your liquidity pool, and as FEG goes up in price over time, that liquidity pool becomes more valuable. Obviously, as the price of BNB goes up, your token value goes up as well over time because they're paired to these. And so it really opens up and expands your liquidity, as many of these projects are running well and doing well, and it allows for a level of balance and huge arbitrage opportunity over time. And so that's really cool methodology that we've done. And we also have integrated protections in the LGE pre-sale protocol, where you have vesting periods where if somebody buys the token, you can choose the rounds, the amount of vesting periods, and the time frame, the duration, so that the pre-sale participants can't dump the project or token, right at the launch. So when they go live, that's a huge project flaw in many DeFi projects, is that what they do is they open up the pre-sale because they want to have an enhanced liquidity pool at launch. And instead of fair launching or doing something of that nature, these people grab the token, they dump the token, and the project just either gets botted out in the price for a long time because they've maintained a large bag, and they just keep suppressing it. And so it just never goes up, and people lose faith in that at that point. And so what we've seen is that damage projects. And so we allow for vesting periods that keep the project safe and secure in that way. Now, what's really exciting about the bonding curve pre-sale methodology is that it'll have a cap of 24 BNB prior to going live, and you buy and sell. It has locking timeframes, the same kind of vesting period structures, similar but not the same vesting structure, so that people can't dump the who are participated in the pre-sale. So we've maintaining true to our conviction as far as maintaining safety and security for investors as they come into these projects through SmartDeFi, but at the same time have opportunity in several liquidity generating events. A lot about getting into these projects and trading on SmartDeFi.com. I don't know how many people can tell you that they're 15 for 15 on projects that they've invested in, but I went 100% on 15 projects on SmartDeFi.com, whereas I lost and almost every project I've traded in on sold. So it's a little bit different there. But that's not to give you financial advice, but it's to say definitely take a look at SmartDeFi.com and see what you can do there. Now, the bonding curve is also really cool because it has you can, like I said, you can buy and sell, and it's a bit gamified. You can buy and sell during the pre-sale, which is really cool. So you can enhance your position or decrease your position, and people can buy and sell throughout until that 24 BNB cap is met, which is really cool. But there's also a huge marketing aspect to this, which is that we have an integrated referral model into this. And so anybody that comes to that participates in our ecosystem from the community, team or community member alike, what the team is all volunteer community members anyway. So you can actually earn by bringing projects to SmartDeFi. So we're going to set a percentage. We're going to look at, we have it customized to where we can set between 0 and 5% referral. And so we're going to look at the fair market value and price of these. So many of the referral systems run between 1.5%, 2%. And so we'll stay competitive, market competitive there, and set, roughly, let's say, for an example, let's say we set 2% of the pre-sale going to the referral, the person who gave the referral. And that would be, you'd be earning every single time you do this. Every time you bring a project, you get 2%. Every time you bring a project, you get 2%. So it's actually really crazy how you can earn. So at this rate, what is that, about half a BNB maybe at 24 cap on these? half of me is a little over $300 for every single one that you bring in. So I mean, it could really it could really make you some profit, and that's just at the Airbnb now. We haven't seen huge takeoff in the markets. Super exciting, but the bonding curve right now, we've got the development team. They're working on the user interface. I got updates from the team yesterday, as recent as of this morning from Tommy, but even yesterday from the other developers about their progress. And so the back end is looking really good. The user interface on the front end is looking good. And so we're going to have a new setup for testing with an improved user interface so that we can bring in more testers into it who are going to be more. The curve is going to be a huge thing for Smart DeFi because it's going to not only allow for projects to come, they have the option to pair against FEG, but it's not a requirement. So we've enhanced the flexibility of the pre-sale methodology that we're implementing while trying to, like I said, keep and maintain a level of security, which is really great, and it's something that we always stand by.
Wow, shout out to the team and the community, right? Really strong and growing together. And well, actually, Artia, earlier you also mentioned recently you have helped several teams, right, to launch on Smart DeFi. So how does someone launch a project through Smart DeFi? Any application process, or do they need to be very techy in order to do that? And what type of projects that you would recommend or have already been launched on Smart DeFi? Thank you.
Yeah, so it's a very simple process. SmartDeFi.com is a decentralized token launchpad. So there's no application process, there's no KYC that's necessary from us. We always implore everybody to do your own research because as much safety and security as we can promote, it's never always, not everybody always has good intentions. So always take a look at your projects, make sure you do a little bit of research into them. But it's really great that you can just come. It's a code launchpad, and what we've done recently is actually integrated a suggested tokenomic structure. So you have 4 tokenomic structures that are recommended to you that allow you to have preset tokenomics. So it's not a big question in your mind. You can come to our Telegram chat, which is at FEG chat. So that's at FEG CHAT at FEG chat, and that'll take you directly to our main support channel. And so if you're looking to create a project, you haven't even launched one, you come to our support channel and you ask for help. Hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm thinking of developing. And whether it's via text or one of us gets on a phone call with you through Telegram, we can help you strategize and map out what it is that you want to do with your project. And like I said, I've done 5 or 6 of those. Still, I see that we still have tremendous upside and potential here. well, and then we're going to reward the stakers on BNB chain. To native asset and given to you in FEG, given to you as a FEG token staker on a BNB chain, because you don't lose your investment, or you don't have to spread your investment, but earn a ton of rewards from a ton of different places, which is super exciting. And we're really excited about getting this done. And that'll be something we're looking towards doing after we get the bonding curve out, get that audited, get that going. And not only that, this is probably something we could talk about in a minute. So I'll end that right there. There's so much going on, it gets hard to kind of keep it all in one in line.
I know. I also have so many questions I want to ask because I'm very curious about the current domain and also a lot of things that have been happening right during the past 2.5 years that we haven't have our AMA session together. So I also got another questions, and of course, do you mind to taking some more time to talk about what exactly is asset backing and how does it help accelerate tokens minimum value? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So inside of SmartDeFi, we have a couple of options. So you can do asset backing as part of your tokenomics tax. And what that does is it actually takes a piece of the tokenomics tax and puts it into a separate liquidity pool. And that liquidity pool is used as a treasury essentially behind your token. And so as that builds up in native asset or stable tokens, you can actually back it with any 18 decimal token, which is really cool. Even projects have used FEG to back their token, which is awesome to see. So you can back your token with native asset or stables, actually multiple assets. So you can have assets for this at the same time. And what's really cool is that it's a treasury, so it goes behind the token. So now every token has a value, minimum value paired to that liquidity pool outside of your market price. And this treasury only goes up, right? And so what happens is people can either A, burn their for the asset backing value if it gets high enough and competitive to the market price, or B, they can take a loan against that asset backing value behind their tokens interest free for 30 days, which is super cool. Because let's say you have a bill to pay, or let's say you want to degen into another project in the ecosystem, even outside the ecosystem, and you don't want to lose the position of your token. You know, we understand financial hardship. We understand the way of the world right now. And we know that people are in a position where maybe they need a little bit of cash for an emergency. You know, things happen. People get sick. You can't go to work. You lose your job, etc. But you've bought into these positions over time, and you got in early, and you don't want to lose it, but you have to do something and make a sacrifice. Well, you can come to smartdefi.com. You can go into your token, connect your wallet, go to the smart lending, and you can take a loan interest-free for 30 days off the backing value of those tokens. And if you come back within 30 days and pay it, you pay no fee towards it. And when you return it, even if that project has gone 1,000x, your tokens are still worth 1,000x, but you only paid the loan back for how much you took it for, right? And so that's super amazing. And then if you decide, hey, I'm still having hardship, it's been 30 days, I don't have the money to pay it back, I don't want to lose my entire bag, as long as you come in and you manually extend, it'll burn 0.1% of your tokens and into the dead wallet, and you'll extend your loan for another 30 days, and you come back and pay your loan only having lost 0.1% because of a 30-day extension. And so what we did was we tried to make it fair to the project. If to the other investors, it burns 0.1%, gives you another 30 days, but it doesn't damage your position. It doesn't damage your holdings. And so that's a super cool feature. And so what you do outside of just helping you is helping the project, because it actually minimizes the gap between your minimum value, your 0 point. For most projects have no minimum value outside of market price, and your spot and your market price. You have your minimum value and your market price, and it's closing the gap between the two as the asset backing pool, that second treasury pool, the liquidity builds behind the token. And so it's a really cool feature, a super cool safety net for projects that you'll always have a minimum value in these tokens, and it can be competitive to your market price depending on how aggressive you get with your asset backing percentages.
Well noted. Thank you so much. Wow. It's definitely, yeah, a lot better than so many other projects over there that we know. And that's the reason why FEG has been here for since like 2021, right? For 4 years. Thank you so much, RDR, for letting us know about that. And of course, we have been covering a lot, right? For the previous 30 minutes, starting from Smart DeFi and all the way to how to build projects over there, and then to asset backing, as well as Smart DeFi's third party audit, right? And also, do you mind to explain how smart lending works within Smart DeFi? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the lending aspect that we were just discussing, maybe I didn't use the terminology during speech because it feeds into the asset backing. So you're using your asset backing value to take the interest-free loan. The interest-free loan is actually your smart lending. So your lending feature is tied to your asset backing. So you can take a loan on the minimum value of your tokens from the treasury. The asset backing pool is what it is. And so you take an interest-free 30-day loan. If you can't extend that loan, or if you can't pay the loan back, you can extend it for 0.1% burn of the tokens that you use to take that loan. And then you can come back and do again and again and again if you have to, and you don't end up losing your position if, like we discussed, you're having any kind of hardship and you just can't make the payment at that moment.
Got it. Thank you so much for the further explanation regarding smart lending. And now let's go to a different topic, because I know so many of our audience and common members are curious about Creator Tool and onboarding, right? Can you also letting us know about how existing project can upgrade into Smart DeFi, or is it only for new launches on Smart DeFi? Thank you.
Oh, so another really cool feature that we're bringing to the table is what is called our upgrade tool. And we call it an upgrade tool because we see a lot of projects launching on basic contracts, and without the support, without the tech, without the applications that we have. And so the upgrade tool is really phenomenal because it allows a pre-existing project on BNB chain to go and become Smart DeFi. So you can upgrade through there, and it essentially allows your project to migrate from your contract code to ours, and swap the tokens out through the migration tool, which makes it very easy to use and minimizes issues like airdrops and manually sending tokens, etc. And so that's really cool. And what we're going to do is, when we have that done on BNB chain, that's actually already audited. It was audited through PEC Shield, and that is under final testing. Team has done some testing on that. I think they're making a change to the UI and such, and we're going to be moving forward on pushing that and releasing that out for users on BNB chain, so they can come, projects can come. We like to think of it as a CTO ally, so community takeover project ally. These projects that have had development teams, their team abandons them. We talked about this earlier when you said, projects that have done 1,000 of these, like wash, rinse, and repeats. And if a community decides they want to take over the project because they have passion for that project, then they can come and relaunch their project on smartdefi.com by upgrading it to ours, and be allotted all of the technical aspects and opportunity that we have, and support from our team and our community, because we all are very cohesive. We all support one another. If one project goes to an event, they talk about the others and such in the launch pad. And when you promote Smart DeFi as a community, you're promoting everything, all the projects there, because it brings visibility and eyes to that platform. And if your project is on there, people are going to take a look at it, and they're going to see you, and you're going to have the exposure. So really nice to see. And the upgrade tool is something we're super excited about, because we know that many of projects are struggling. They don't do these on their own if their project developers leave, and support them, because there's just not a lot of allies in decentralized finance. And so if we can create a community of people, good, solid people, that want to have projects in the space, and people with ideas and creativity, that we have a no code launch for them. And not only do you get the launch pad and have your twice audited token, and not only do you have audited staking protocol, audited upgrade tool, etc., but you also have to utilize our FEG track application available in Google Play, iOS, and that is amazing. It allows for you to track a dashboard of all your project investments on SmartDeFi.com, and that is not limited to, but includes the pre-sale investments that you've made, but as well as the the live projects that you've invested in. Crypto news is on there. You can track the top 50 cryptocurrencies in the space. And so there's a ton of feature behind it, and we're only improving that over time. We've been building that for 4 years now. I think over 4 years, Tommy's been building that application, just making improvements to it over time. But we also have a collaborative effort with TradingView, and so we have all the pro tools for you to use for free on SmartDeFi.com while you do technical analysis and evaluate the charts of any of the projects that launch off SmartDeFi.com. So if you're investing in SmartDeFi.com, you can go to SmartDeFi.com. You can look at the asset backing chart, which is your minimum value chart. You can look at your market price chart. You can swap the token there as it routes through PCS, so you can buy and sell the token directly on the website. You can chart on the website. You can look at all the previous transactions on the website, similar to how you look at those transactions on Dex Screener or Dex Tools. Even the transactions are on the FegTrack application. So you can actually click those and direct link to BSC scan.com. And so it's really, really interesting how we just built an amazing ecosystem around all these tools around in our ecosystem, around the token, and the tokens that are launching from SmartDeFi. You don't like to toot your own horn, but it is very impressive. And the foresight and the thought of how this is going to all integrate and work itself together, really has come together nicely. And there's so many more additions that we have in the future, and so many more opportunities we have to bring tech, even tech that's been redacted potentially. For those of you who've been with us for 4 years know what that entails. But there's so much that we have built and sitting on the sideline as well that is very, very powerful. And so we have a lot that's going on. We want to make sure I don't want to say run before we walk, because we've been doing this for a while, but let's say steady jog. And so we've got so much going on. We want to make sure everything is fine-tuned before we get ahead of ourselves. And so refining and making sure that SmartDeFi has all of its features integrated. We've really done a tremendous amount to make things flexible, even including, but not limited to, editable tokenomics. You can launch your token project with a certain set of tokenomics, and you say 2 months down the road, you say, hey, these aren't meeting my needs. I need a little bit more marketing, or I want to reward my community a little bit more, or I have an audit coming up, so I need to bring in a little bit more dev share, etc. You can go and edit your tokenomics, and it'll give a 72-hour cooldown period, so that your community can see the change. It's right on the user interface at the top, right if you do make a change, it'll show, so your community can see it when they go to your token page, or they can see the online transaction on bscscan.com if they're savvy on that side. But it's really nice because you can form it to your needs, and that's something that we experienced in our first iteration of the contract code. FEG V1 was that it was renounced, and we couldn't change the tokenomics. It didn't fit our needs, and so we ended up having to migrate. And it's something that we did so that we prevent projects from going through the same struggle that we did. And so, like I said, we've really made a lot of progress over the last 4.5 years of understanding how things work, and problems and solutions that may come and arise with various aspects of running a project. It's not linear. It's not always point A to point B. Sometimes it's zigzagged all over the place and upside down. And so we've really account for all of these things that can happen, and make sure that everybody's prepared and has all the tools that they need to really run a great project and flexible project that can adapt over time.
Wow, thank you so much for letting us know about the details. And just wanted to let our audience know that, well, if you have projects that you wanted to build on SmartDeFi, be sure to reach out to the FEG community or the FEG team members, and just like Arjun mentioned, they have 24/7 customer service in the community, which is super amazing. And of course, since we talk about launching on SmartDeFi, are there any fees associated with deploying a token on the platform? Thank you.
No, Smart DeFi is free to deploy. The only fees that arise are a small protocol fee of 0.5% on buy and sell transactions on the user side. So you don't actually have any fees to launch. So it's no code and no fee currently to launch off of our platform. Though if you do integrate in the bonding curve pre-sale model is going to be a little bit different. I won't go into all the details yet, but even with the referral fee, it's optional referral fee. There is some cost to that. And so we're just making sure that, everybody has the opportunity to launch a token. Not everybody who wants to launch a token is in the same place, and so we are a global project with a global team. We understand that people are going through the same, but also different struggles. And not everybody has the liquidity to come and push a project out for 1, 2, 3, 5 BNB, right at the jump. And so our platform allows anybody from anywhere to have the opportunity to do and to create and bring to life their vision, in Web3. And I think that's a beautiful thing because not everybody, like I said, comes from the same, level of opportunity. And I think Smart DeFi is a platform that I know that Smart DeFi is a platform that provides opportunity on an equal playing field for everybody. And I think that's important when it comes to this space. Yeah, we could charge up front, like many of these platforms and make, tons of money, as many have, right up front by charging fees, even if the project doesn't last, and they secure a payment before it even goes. Our fee structure is set up in a way that is in the belief that these projects are going to have longevity, and we only take and share with the community the profits outside of just maintaining the project through tokenomic fees that come from buying and selling. So if the project doesn't succeed, then there's no earnings there. And this is why we believe so strongly in incubating these projects and helping them and facilitating their growth, because it benefits the entire community when projects succeed in Smart DeFi. And we really take it and make it a point to put effort into these individual projects and help facilitate from the very beginning, conceptualizing ideas and bringing forward tokenomic structure ideas and implementation and custom contract development when necessary. On rare occasion, it's been necessary outside of what we already provide. And so there's a lot to say about that, I think, and everybody can judge it in their own way. But I know that we really do try to provide equal opportunity here in Smart DeFi and give an even playing ground to everybody and provide opportunity where, others may take advantage. And I think that, and it's not to say we're superior ethically, but something that I'm proud of, and I know that the team is proud of. And I think those in the community that have rallied behind us for 4 years understand and also like-minded, support the ideologies and the conviction that we push every day within our community and act on it too. It's one thing to say something, but it's another to do it. And I think that you can see that with the way we behave and the way we push and behave ourselves in the space.
Wow, exactly right. And just like right now, well, I also see a lot of the community members rocking the gorilla profile pictures, right, and joining our space event. Thank you so much for the support. And of course, we would also like to talk about the FEG staking as an ecosystem reward. So being a FEG holder, how can we earn from every Smart DeFi project that launches on the platform? Thank you.
Yeah, I've scattered around quite a bit. I mentioned a little bit about this previously, and this is that we maintain a 0.5% protocol fee on every buy and sell transaction for every project that launches from Smart DeFi. It's a small fee, but it allows for over time to build. And what that does is it allows everybody to earn. So these protocol fees are taken and distributed into our tokenomic system. And our tokenomic structure includes reward to the FEG FEG token stakers. And at this 2% on every buy and sell transaction currently for FEG token volume in itself, and the 0.5% on buys and sells from all the SmartDeFi projects. And as I mentioned previously, that's actually going to expand to every chain that SmartDeFi launches on. So if you buy FEG token now and you stake FEG token on BNB chain, you're going to earn every project ever launches on BNB chain. But not only that, you're going to earn from every project that launches SmartDeFi, every chain that ever launches, that we ever expand to. And that is because we're going to keep FEG itself on BNB chain, but we're going to expand the SmartDeFi Launchpad to multiple EVM chains over time. And that we're going to take those protocol fees from those chains, convert them in native BNB and to BEP20 BNB, and we're going to push those into our ecosystem as far as tokenomics, and which includes the FEG staking rewards. And so you're going to earn from everywhere that SmartDeFi launches simply by holding in one place. Stake at one and earn from all.
This is just super. Staking one and earn from all. That is SmartDeFi, super smart. Thank you so much. And of course, where do staking reward come from in the SmartDeFi ecosystem? Do you mind to also repeat again if you already mentioned that earlier? Thank you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? It chopped out for me for just a moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Since we previously you actually already talked about the staking rewards and also SmartDeFi project rewards, right, for the FEG holders. Do you mind to also letting our audience know that where do staking reward come from in the SmartDeFi ecosystem? Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So just to reiterate the staking rewards. So if you're staked in FEG token, the rewards come from 2% of total volume. So you have 2% tax on FEG trading volume on buy and sell that goes to FEG token stakers in FEG token. And that immediately goes into FEG token amongst the marketing development, the asset backing, and the integrated tokenomics burn. So FEG token is actually deflationary. It has a burn in every buy and sell transaction. And we've done 211 BNB of buying and burning of FEG token itself as a project. And so we've done a lot of buying and burning ourselves, but we've also integrated it into the tokenomic structure as far as so that we maintain a deflationary aspect for the longevity of the project. Now with SmartDeFi, because it's part of our ecosystem and FEG token as the governance of the ecosystem, you earn from the protocol fees. So the protocol 0.5% is taken from every project that launches from SmartDeFi, from every buy and every sell transaction. And those protocol fees are then distributed into the ecosystem and divided amongst the tokenomics. And that is going to FEG token stakers. And so when we launch SmartDeFi on multiple EVMs, you're going to earn that protocol fee is going to be taken and pushed into the ecosystem, including the staking rewards. So as I mentioned, you're going to stake on one FEG BNB and earn from all SmartDeFi deployments on all EVM chains that we expand to.
Thank you so much for reading on that. And let's go over to the next discussion topic as it's already written on our title over here, right? Multi-chain expansion. SmartDeFi expanding across different chains while also keeping FEG on BNB chain. Thank you.
Yeah, so we've discussed a bit about how that's worked. So we'll maintain FEG token on BNB chain. And previously we had FEG when we were multi-chain, we had FEG being tied to the launchpad in the sense that you had to have FEG token on a chain in order to push the launchpad to a new chain. And we've decided against that. We've consolidated FEG onto one chain and decided that we see much more growth for the launchpad itself and really push the technological aspect of our ecosystem in a much easier way by consolidating FEG to BNB chain and pushing the SmartDeFi token launchpad to multiple EVMs as they're all compatible. And we've already done so on we've already done and tested live with Base, and actually we've had the Coinbase team actually tested our product on their testnet prior to any testing live on it. And so we've actually had the Coinbase team test it, which was amazing. I mean, they gave us great insight and honestly had great feedback of how nice the product was, which is really cool to hear. And so I look forward to bringing it back to Base and bringing it to Ethereum and these other major EVM chains, and creating relationships with these chains and pushing them out. So if you're EVM compatible and you have a connection to any EVM chains that are looking for Launchpad, DM me at RTR Crypto, and I'll be more than happy to take a look. And I think that the EVM expansion is one of the most exciting parts of what we're bringing to the table. So I really look forward to it. And if you have any connections on EVMs that you think we might flourish on, I'm more than happy to hearing them. And I think we can bring them to the team and we can discuss pushing out into those chains. So, it's something super exciting bringing to the table.
Nice. Thank you so much, Artyom, for letting us know about that. Yeah, expanding it to different chains definitely sounds exciting. And of course, will the FEG staking reward be effective as SmartDeFi expands to more chains? Will it be more rewards, or will the reward being distributed on different chains? Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to be, because FEG token is only staying on BNB chain. We talked about stake on one and earn from all. That means with the SmartDeFi expansion going to multiple EVM chains, we're going to be taking those rewards from the protocol fee of 0.5% on every buy and sell transaction and pushing those into our ecosystem. And that includes the FEG staking rewards. And so you're going to earn staking rewards from not only trading volume of FEG token itself, but every project that launches from SmartDeFi, from every transaction buy and sell. And that's super exciting because there is going to be SmartDeFi on all the prominent EVM chains over time. And that's going to you're going to be earning rewards by being on one chain and not having to buy on every single chain that we expand to, it keeps it very easy for the user and also, minimizes cost.
Got it. Thank you so much. That's really nice. And of course, we are getting toward to kind of like the second half part or toward the end of the AMA session. We would like to learn some new features or recent updates that have been added to SmartDeFi. Thank you.
I'm sorry, you chopped out again for me. I think it might be my Wi-Fi at this location, but can you just repeat that question one more time?
Yeah. Sure, no worries. I just want to know about the some updates or some new information, new features being added to SmartDeFi. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we talked about the bonding curve, which is it's an amazing system. It allows you to launch your token and it gives you a referral system integration. It allows for people to buy and sell within the pre-sale, which is a variant structure from the way that we currently have our pre-sales. We've talked about the current FEG liquidity generating events, which allows you to invest into the liquidity of a project as a tokenless pre-sale versus buy the token and being able to dump that on the project. Now you're going to be doing tokens when it comes to the bonding curve, which is really nice, and it allows for a variation. And so what we've really learned over time is that giving flexibility to the user and to the investor is super important. And this allows for another variant pre-sale methodology, and it gives people the freedom to choose how they want to push their project, a little bit more flexibility. I think that's important. Another upgrade that we talked about is the upgrade tool, and that is really nice because it's going to allow projects to become SmartDeFi from their basic contracts, and as soon as they do so, they'll have access to everything that we offer, and that's our FegTrack application, our SmartDeFi.com integrated dashboard on there, but as well as the integrated FegTrack application that allows for them to track and monitor their.
Oh, I think we've lost RTR for a short time. Let me double check. RTR, can you hear me? It seems like I can hear you right now. Let me use my other device to double check as well. Yeah, sometimes X is not really stable. But that's okay. I am going to send.
Moonlight, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you are back. Thank you so much. So, I think I see that RTR disconnected. That's okay. Oh, he's back again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, the Wi-Fi cut out again, so I had to get on 5G. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on with it here.
No
Um,
worries.
where were we at?
Yeah, so basically we were talking about some like new features that has been added to
Yes.
SmartDeFi. Mhm.
Yep. So the upgrade tool, I think, is where I left off on that. And that was the upgrade tool allows you, like I mentioned previously, for any community project to come or any project that simply wants to jump into our ecosystem with twice audited token right off the jump. Outside of that, you also have smart audited staking protocol. You have the FEG track application, all the tools that come with smartdefi.com, just an array of things that are coming and live, and a community behind it that really has passion and is like-minded for these projects and supporting you with what you're building.
That is very nice. Thank you so much, RDR. And since you already covered a bit about bonding curve, right? Do you might also walk through the bonding curve pre-sale model and how it could benefit creators as well as investors? Thank you.
Yep. So we discussed a bit about the bonding curve already, and that's the new variant of the pre-sale model that allows projects to come in and they're able to trade. Investors are able to trade in and out of the pre-sale during the pre-sale. It allows for optional pairing to and from FEG token, allows for referral from the project. If somebody refers you to Smart DeFi, it allows community members to earn profit from bringing projects to Smart DeFi. It also allows for them to earn as a development team from the bonding curve. And so there's just a tremendous amount of flexibility that comes with it while maintaining a level of security, like we talked about, similar to that of the liquidity generating events, which is our current pre-sale model. So this will allow you to pair, not to pair to FEG token. It allows you to trade in and out of the pre-sale, but it also allows you to trade in tokens rather than trading investing in the pre-sale into liquidity, whereas our current model does. So you're really going to have quite a bit of options when it comes to Smart DeFi. You can launch currently on Smart DeFi with private liquidity, so you'll be able to do private liquidity. You'll be able to do a pre-sale that's a liquidity generating event, or you'll be able to use the bonding curve and have people directly buy during the pre-sale directly into the token, with also some optional vesting periods as well, which is really great because we've learned over time that flexibility is key, but we also would like to maintain a level of security that makes people come into the space and come into the ecosystem and not get burned right away, because that is something that we see far too often in the space, and we don't want people to be burnt too early here because or at all, but really we don't want them to get burnt right away because then they get turned off to the space.
Got it. Thank you so much. That's really considerable. And to the next discussion topic I would like to ask RDR is that, well, of course, we would like to know about any referral system that the FEG is implementing, or how does it reward to our users? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked a bit about before the referral system for the bonding curve model. And so when that system goes into place, we're going to look at competitive market analysis on the referral systems for current referral system percentages for various launch pads. And we'll make sure that ours is competitive, if not better than the others, in the sense that the person who does the referring to the platform actually earns more. And so that referral system be in place. And I think that's going to be huge for marketing aspect, because it's going to make people earn from simply referring projects. And that's a huge thing in the space. People want to earn, they're all here to make money. And we understand that. And so we think that a referral system be huge, because it'll build an ambassador program in itself by simply getting people to bring projects to Smart DeFi and earning from smartdefi.com.
That is really smart, right? So, yeah, friends, if you haven't participated yet, be sure to join Lee's referral system in the FEG ecosystem. And of course, how are the tools improving over time to make Smart DeFi more powerful for both the creators and the investors? Thank you.
I'm sorry, you chopped out one more time. Can you just repeat that?
Yeah, no worries. Let me repeat again. So, how about let's talk about marketing and growth? What are the team doing currently to market FAG and Smart DeFi to attract more users? Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. So recently, we hired two of the Shiba Inu marketing team members, previous Shiba Inu marketing members, and so now they're running full time with FEG token, and so we're bringing in a whole new level of DeFi, DGen fun, and feeling into the space again. We had a heavy focus on technology, and we want to bring back a large community aspect to what we're doing, as far as making sure that we're active every day with the community. And we've been pushing a lot actually lately. So every day you can find our Ape Tank AMAs. We have 2 a day, 5 days a week. We also are participating in many of AMA spaces as well. We as a team have been looking at publications. So we have been getting quotes on publications. So we want to bring Smart DeFi publications to the realm so people can understand what it is that we're building. We've actually worked with some Dubai-based marketing company in the past as far as building up some video content and pushing publications in UAE, which was phenomenal. We've also been building. We actually flew several of the team members out to film at a professional filming studio with one of our team members, Dubo. He's a professional filmmaker and owns a company that does that. And so we flew out there and did some filming. So we built a custom gorilla suit. I don't know if you've seen any of the posts, but it's not just a logo. It's actually an IRL gorilla suit that's really phenomenal. And so we've been filming some content, having the guys film some content out in the street, visiting people and interacting with people in the suit. And so that was cool. We built 4 awesome videos, professional filmed videos that we'll be releasing slowly but surely out there. We'll be working with more KOLs, and we've also been integrating a lot of the community aspects. So we've been bringing in discussion amongst the community in the China FEG Chat CN, which is our FEG China group. And we've been bringing in a lot of discussion there as to marketing. We understand that people in various regions understand those regions and understand the marketing in those regions, and we want to make sure that we bring ourselves to these people and ask them, hey, what do you suggest and who do you suggest working with? And I think that that's going to be a huge proprietor for us. We've also been expanding quite a bit globally, so we want to focus on China. We've been focusing on in Nigeria currently. We've got a team member out there who's already done, I believe, this in the past about 45 days. This is the fourth crypto expo that we'll be having attended out there in Nigeria. And so we've got that going. We've also been working in collaboration with other projects and helping them as well. And they're promoting Smart DeFi ecosystem. And that's the beautiful thing as far as Smart DeFi. Every project that launches from Smart DeFi promotes Smart DeFi in itself. So it doesn't have to just be the token. But as long as we spread and make awareness for Smart DeFi, everybody wins, because most of the projects are paired to FEG token, 1. And 2, if people come and bring eyes to Smart DeFi, they'll not only create, but they'll also invest on that platform. And that puts eyes on your token in your project. And so that's what we're really excited about. And that's the beautiful thing about Smart DeFi. All the projects help each other and we all promote each other, and we all promote the platform. And that's what makes it so strong, honestly. But yeah, there's so much more to it. We're also looking at attending Crypto Expo this coming year. Once the tech is refined, we'll also be pushing publications for every aspect of the tech. We're creating some new networking opportunities. We've been getting introduction to several platforms that we like to eventually work with. And so I won't say much about these things now, but there's a lot of opportunity out there for collaborative efforts. And so, like I said, even as far as EVMs go, blockchains, if you know a chain that is looking to bring on solid launch pads into their platform, let us know, because we're always looking for strong collaborative efforts. And I think that is one of the main things that we're looking for.
That is marvelous. Thank you so much, RDR, for letting us know about that. The team has been working really hard to market FEG and Smart DeFi across different regions and communities. And of course, that previously you mentioned a lot of different communities and regions, right? So we would like to also let everyone over here listening to the space event to learn about the complete vision and future outlook of FEG. And Artia, do you mind to let us know what does success look like for FEG and SmartDeFi over the next year? Thank you.
Absolutely. Success for us looks like creating smart DeFi on multiple EVM chains, bringing awareness and adoption for smart DeFi. Obviously the FEG token, if and when smart DeFi is adopted, FEG token stakers and price point will absolutely benefit. And so we're really excited to see where this next journey takes us. Like I said, we've consolidated on BNB chain. We'll be expanding smart DeFi tremendously when the time is right. And that'll really include a lot of movement. And then we're going to be building the ambassador program through the referral system structure, and that's going to be phenomenal for us as well. So we're really excited about all these features and the expansion growth for us. The future, there's no end in sight, so it's hard to say where we're going to be. I couldn't tell you 4 years ago where we were going to be today. It's been over 4 years, almost 4.5 years at this point. But just like yesterday, it's seemingly. So, it's hard to say where we'll be in the future, except I know we'll be here. And I think that's the strongest point to make, is that we're not going anywhere. We're here. We've been here over almost 4.5 years at this point, and we'll be here. We're building every single day behind the scenes. And so there's a lot of work and a lot of love that goes into this project. And we'd love to have you guys join us. So take a look at feg.io, our website. Take a look at our launchpad, smartdefi.com. Take a look at our pitch deck, pitchdeck.smartdefi.com.
Nice, everyone. Be sure to take a look at all these different platforms I mentioned by RTR in the FEG ecosystem and check it out. Also, what type of projects are you hoping to attract to launch on the SmartDeFi platform? Thank you.
Absolutely. So I think any project that's looking to come into this space, what's really nice about Smart DeFi is that you can do not only meme tokens, but you can do utility tokens, real world asset tokenization. Really, the sky's the limit. And I would say that if somebody comes with an opportunity for a token that is a certain way that we need to build to expand that platform in a certain way to accommodate, I think that that's something that we'll find in the future. And be able to do in the future. We're looking at flexibility. I think our platform really offers quite a bit of flexibility at this stage, and most, if not project styles, can launch on it. But over time, we may refine that. We may build contract styles for various aspects. If it's not flexible enough, we haven't run into that yet. But as a project that really believes in taking the community side and what the community believes as far as user ability and functionality, we're open to suggestion. We always have been. A lot of the way that Smart DeFi and FEG, even the FEG website and FEG track application is built, all the aspects of the ecosystem has been from user feedback. And so we really do welcome the feedback, and we look forward to hearing it.
That is marvelous. Thank you so much, Artia, for spending time with us. And before we wrap up the session, do you have any information that you wanted to share with our audience? Thank you.
No, I'm having a little bit of Wi-Fi issues, so I will be jumping off after this. But I do want to say thank you all for attending. I want to say thank you to the team and the community. I know that not only does the team work every day, but the community also. I mean, we see so many amazing users that have been here for almost 4.5 years with the team and the community. And so it's just amazing to see. We look forward to your participation in our ecosystem. We've built so much. We'd really love for you to come and see it and to utilize it. And I think that it'll also benefit you as far as investing in these projects that have a lot of upside potential. Not only FEG, but take a look at all the others. We've mentioned XPX, we've mentioned Noma Token, we've mentioned Space Penguin, all these projects that are, I mean, even I can see their profile pictures in here currently. Many of these projects are attending this space, and that just goes to show you the support that we all love and provide for one another. So definitely take a look at our platform, our ecosystem. Download FegTrack application. Even if you don't invest in the project, download FegTrack and any of the app stores, and it'll allow you to actually track even crypto news, crypto market, and take a look at FEG and Smart DeFi as a whole if you like. And so it really opens up a lot of opportunity for you just being in this ecosystem with such a strong community and such a strong belief in Web3 and people that actually have good intention, in my eyes, good intention for the space and are facilitating Web2 to Web3 adoption, in the best way, the Smart DeFi way.
Awesome. Thank you so much, RDR, for spending time with us. And everyone, be sure to give the FEG official handle a follow so you won't miss other information. And just like previously Art had mentioned, right? SmartDeFi.com, FEG.io, and also check the pitchdeck.smartdefi.com or just join the Telegram group chat, right? That chat, so you can learn more about the project and the ecosystem as well as its development. Once again, thank you all so much for joining this space event. We had a great time and looking forward to learning more about the upcoming updates from the FAC ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, Moonlight. Thank you for having us. Really appreciate you and look forward to working together soon.
Amazing. Thank you. And now I'm going to make the space open for some more time so our audience could give the FAQ handle a follow. Friends, also check our pin tweet and leave your comments. Once again, you might have a chance to win the 100 USD worth of FAQ rewards. Thank you.